Right.
And that's you know, like, that's the phenomenon you're looking at in these people's heads. And that's why I always think of, when I'm trying to sort of talk to them, I never want to frame it as an argument. I always want to be like, the purpose of this conversation is for me to understand how you think.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, because I want to know how you think, because it's fascinating to me. It's you know, basically a glimpse into the mind of a human who's become a monster, right? And you know, I need to understand that, because know your enemy. And then also, as they express themselves, they'll basically come out with kind of certain contradictions where you can kind of probe a little more and, you know, kind of get them to articulate and understand and explain those contradictions. And really your goal is to get them to a point where they experience the cognitive dissonance very directly, and they become a little bit flustered. And you can't fluster them, you know, for yourself, and you have to be very, very cool and calm and collected. And you're basically just, you actually want to hear what they have to say, and you just assume that they don't want to hear what you have to say, which in fact they don't. They really don't.
And this almost fits with your theory of, or your prescription of compliance with power. Just let them talk. Let them talk.
Don't challenge them. Right.
Don't challenge them.
Don't challenge them, because the thing is that when you challenge them, you're basically saying something that's not true, which is that you're on a level with them, and you're actually not on the level with them, because they're on the top and you're on the bottom.
Correct.
You know, if you were on the top and they were on the bottom, it would be a different conversation.
Yes.
But and you know, and that's the other thing to remember about these people, is that you know, when you're looking at someone who is basically a power addict by nature, you're looking at someone who would be a Nazi in Nazi Germany, and a Stalinist, and you know, and you know, in Nero's Rome, he would love Nero, right? And so the thing is that to argue with this person is almost like, you know, the only really effective way to argue with this person is the argumentum, you know, ad baculum, as it's called.
What does that mean?
It means with the club. So this was the way we out argued Hitler, right? We bombed his cities, occupied his country, and one of the things that we discovered actually after, you know, we just ruthlessly leveled these motherfuckers, is we were like, these are the most fanaticized people in history. They make the Irish look like Buddhists, right? They're going to be setting off roadside bombs till the cows come home.
Yes.
And we thought this in Germany, and we thought this in Japan, and we'd seen what they did in the 1920s. We were totally prepared for that eventuality, right? And, you know, the werewolves, right? And basically nothing fucking happened. Now, you might say that nothing fucking happened because nothing was going to happen. They didn't leave that to chance. It was a very firm and manly occupation. It really took a lot of cues from British imperialism, basically. It was not, they were not fucking around. Well, and part of the result of that, you know,
I mean, it was even Churchill's idea in part, right?
Yeah. And, you know, it's like, you know, incredible things like starving the civilians after the war, right? You know, that was not only done after World War I, that was done after World War II. Yes. And the, you know, what can I say? It worked, right? I mean, you know,